Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Today, I wanted to document my Inktober 2024 journey. Now, not all of you may know that I'm an artist. I love drawing. Basically, if you don't know what Inktober is, it's this challenge for artists where each day of October, you have to draw one given prompt of something, like every day, preferably in ink, hence the title of it. Now, I've pretty much been doing this every year since I was 15 years old, and it's really fun, you know? Unfortunately, though, I was in the process of recording this video. I'm having some technical issues, mostly to do with storage that I am trying to figure out. So I was only able to really document like the first 9-ish minutes of this entire process. Obviously, these videos are sped up, but yeah. My technology is being annoying, so I will try to fix it for next week and see if I can upload the rest so that you can see everything. But on the plus side, here's like a little snippet, a little sneak peek of my artist endeavors, in case you've never seen them before. Each one of these drawings took me from 30 minutes to an hour, and that's usually how long most of my drawings will take. You'd think, well, these ones are tiny. I decided to do them in like calendar format this year. So if they're smaller, then they must be easier, right? That's what I thought going into all this. But in reality, I will be entirely honest, I literally feel like full-size drawings are easier than doing one of these every single day. Because I'm very heavy-handed, first of all. I have a hard time with sketching many times because I never sketch light. I sketch about, it seems sometimes about as hard as my line work is. So it's rough there. And also, I'm not used to just drawing tiny things. My handwriting is like literally John Hancock. I mean, I'm not even joking. So clearly this is not very natural for me. So drawing tiny things like this was it was an exercise for me, I'll say that. It was a fun exercise, I would say just making a regular sized drawing on an 8x11 piece of paper is easier than this. Genuinely. Like this tricks me. This tricks me so hard. I mean, really, you can see, like, I had to pack in such a large amount of detail into such a small space. But, for the most part, it was effective, I will say. And I'm happy about that. I love Inktober every year because it gives me an opportunity, especially if I've taken long breaks from drawing because, I have other responsibilities that get in the way. It sort of forces me to just, I guess, reevaluate my artistry and try new things, especially with the prompts because they're not always exactly what I might want to draw in the moment, but it strengthens my ability to just think of new ideas, be more creative. and, keep myself from falling into any loopholes of repetitiveness, I feel like. Because, I feel like that's one thing when you're an artist. You can fall into these two categories that you never want to be in. Category one would be like complete artist block, where you're just totally out of it. You have no creative ideas whatsoever. And then category two is more like, I have plenty of ideas, but all of them are literally the same because I'm just so fixated on this one thing. And honestly, I don't really think there's anything that wrong with that, necessarily speaking. Because, I succumb to my obsessions sometimes. It's just how I am. That's my personality type, I get obsessed with things very easily. If you're the same, definitely comment about that, because, yeah, it is such a fact, dude. Like, I obsess so easily. But if you're trying to think outside of the box, trying to be more novel, especially if you want to gather any sort of audience with your work, it's usually better to sort of develop new ideas so that your audience doesn't start feeling bored, But, I guess it also sort of depends on what type of audience you're trying to get. But, that's why I like Inktober. It pushes the boundaries for me. And I find that to be quite fun. By the way, if you've made it this far in the video, you're goated. Also, please comment whatever your newest obsession is. I would love to know. In case you're curious about mine, I would say my newest obsession has been two things in particular. One, funny bird videos. Like, I can't stop watching them. Like, I've gotten back into my bird era. And now I just love birds so much. I mean, parrots specifically. They are so funny. Talking parrots, even more specifically. If any of you guys watch Gizmo or Apollo, the African gray parrots on YouTube, you're goated. Like, they're hilarious, like, absolutely. And I watch even more parrots than them. I just love parrots. They're funny, and I want birds again one day in my life. But that's for when, my cat's not here anymore, because if I got birds with my cat, that would not go well. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye. Not me being so obsessed that I literally forgot to mention the second thing.